Alrighty, we're going to be installing a brand new receptacle using an old work box. So we're going to trace it, we're going to cut a hole and put our box in the wall. Here in the country I was born in, we use 12 American wire gauge on 20 amps, 14 American wire gauge on 15 amps. Black is live, white is neutral, the bare or the green is the ground. Red and blue are also live colors. However, you may find white live in a switch loop or a 240 volt circuit where the appliance does not require a neutral. Alrighty, so what we have here is an old work box. When you tighten these screws, it will bring this little tab up and it holds the box inside the wall. So I'll show you how to trace this and we'll cut it out. So we're going to put our outlet right here. So we'll take our pen, we'll mark our spot here, get it straight, down here, here, and we'll come down our sides. Then we'll go across like this here, again here. Then we'll cut a little notch here and a little notch here to allow for this screw hole for the outlet. So what we'll do is we'll take what's called a keyhole saw, stick it in our wall here. Okay, now we'll cut down our sides here. Okay, so we have to cut a little, I'm going to see if this is going to fit. Okay, so we have to allow for this piece here. And this here, so I'll cut just a little bit here and I'll just go up a little bit. And I'll go down in here and just go down a little bit. There we go. And I'll make our notch for our screw for the outlet. And let's see if this is going to fit. Okay, so I have to do a little more up on here. And a little bit more down here. Okay, we gotta just take a smidgen more down here. Okay, that's gonna fit right in there really nicely. Alrighty, what's nice to see is the wire is made here in the country I was born in. That's a wonderful thing to see. So I'll set it down like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this here down inside the wall and I'll pull the wire up to where we got to go. So I'll drop this down and kind of look in that hole until you see it. feel for it. I found it right here. So what I'm going to do, so I'll bring my wire out, and I'll just stick it through the loop here like this, and I'll pull it up through our wall from the other side. If it doesn't go the first time, you just do it again. Here it is. I'm going to just tie the string around the wire. So I have a loop here on the end. I'll pull it nice and tight. Make a little bow so I can get it out easy on the other end. Here we go. Now I'll put it up inside the wall here. Okay, we got our wire going into the wall. I'll poke some more up. I'll put some more up into the wall here. Yes, too much light. Okay, so we have enough wire here. So what I'll do is I'll cut it like right here. I'll get my wire all untwisted here. I'll break open the little tabby here on the back to poke our wire through. I'll strip it first, and so it's easy to. Okay, so I just take my hook knife here, go down like this. Okay, so make sure we get all our debris out. So our white is the neutral, our black is the live, and our bare wire is the ground. So now we'll insert it into our box. And bring in about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 of an inch into our box. So now we'll just push our slack up into the wall. Make sure our little tabbies are back. So when I push this in, it goes in like that, and like that. We'll just take our Phillips screwdriver and we'll just tighten our screws up. Getting close. Tighten our other one up here. Well, our screw heads are stripping out. They're ruining them. But you know what? You don't get all upset. You don't get all frustrated. You just keep trying. I got the top one just about all the way. Well, you know what? There's nothing I can do. See, the screw head is all shot, so there's nothing I can do. And when there's nothing you can do, there is nothing you can do. You don't get upset. You don't piss and moan. We'll use something else. These are called box holdits, so this will help hold the box in. So you put the longer one, see where it says up there, so you put this longer end in the up. So put it up, bring it up, go in, bring it down, push in on the box, bend it over, pull out, bend it in, and we'll take our needle nose pliers, squeeze it, and we'll just do the same on this side. Make sure this long one is up. Go in, go down, push in on the box, bend it over, push in on the box, bend it over, make sure you don't cut your into your wires. Squeeze in, squeeze in. So here in the country I was born in, your outlets are polarized. You'll see one slot is wider than the other. Your white goes on the silver colored screw, which is the wider slot. Your black goes on the brass colored screw, or it could be red or blue. And your green wire goes on that green screw. So now we'll hook this up. I'm going to put my screw gun on there and see if I can tighten it, but if I can't, I can't. That head is totally ruined. After we're done, we'll put some caulk around that, and that'll help give it some more stability. Okay, so now we'll hook our outlet up. We'll strip our white with our number 12 hole. Strip our black with our number 12 hole. And what we'll do is we're going to bring our ground wire down to the bottom, and we're going to zigzag it across the bottom of the box like that. So first we'll hook our white wire to our silver colored screw. Close the loop the direction your screw turns. Now I pull forward on the outlet so I get the copper under the screw head all the way around. Make sure it's nice and tight, and our copper is under the screw head all the way around, like that. We'll get our ground on our green screw here. I push back so that the copper gets under the screw head all the way around, like that. Now we'll flip it so we don't crisscross our wires and get them going where we don't want them to go. Okay, so we'll put our black around our brass colored screw, so make our loop the direction our screw turns. Close our loop. Make sure it's nice and tight. We have a good solid connection here. So now we're ready to fold our wires into the box. We'll go down with our black and white, and we'll come up like an accordion here. Like that. We'll keep this bare ground wire down at the bottom. I have to get another screw. So I'll put one in the top. And I'll get another one to put on the bottom here. This one is missing a screw. One in the bottom. And I'll finish it by hand so I don't strip the holes out. Make sure it's nice and tight. I'll make sure our ground wire is down away from everything. Now I'll put a little caulk around this to give it a little extra stability. do the same on this side. I'll just make sure it's packed in here all the way. So we got our outlet all hooked up. I'm just going to get my flashlight and just take a look and make sure everything's all the way it should be and nothing is pinched anywhere. Okay, our ground wire is down away from everything. No wires are pinched anywhere and everything all looks good. Now we'll stick a cover on here. Get nice and flush. And there we are. We got our outlet out here. We're going to let that caulk dry up. Okay, now we can start stapling up here. Okay, this is going to be above the sheetrock here, and this hole is going to be above the ceiling. Now this has to be 1.25 inches above the rafters so that when they sheetrock the ceiling, a wire doesn't get hit with a sheetrock screw or a nail. Get it all untwisted. So we're going to take power out of this light fixture because there's power coming in and going out and out again. Then we have the switch loop here. So we'll just pop our light down. There it is. Out of our way here. Okay, this is our black one coming back from the switch. So we're going to go into this white one here and into this one here. This is where our black feed wire comes in. So we are going to have to come in from the other side up here. So it's right here. Okay, we break out that little tabby up there. So we'll bring our wire in from the other side here. We'll get it all nice and flat here. Bring it through here. And we'll bring it into our hole here. And we'll I'll get one more final staple right here. Okay, so we have our wire running nice and neatly up to our box. Strip our wires out of the jacket here. All right, that one right up to about 1/4 of an inch or so into the box. So we'll take our side cutters here. Okay, so first we'll get our ground wires down here. So our ground. So we'll bring our bare wire, get it around, bring it up here. Instead of trying to twist them in, what I'm going to do is clip it so it's even with the other 4 there that are together. See how I got our wire cut so it's even here? I'll take my wire nut, I'll just twist it in here. There it goes. Take my needle nose, I'll grab under the, between the wings here. I feel it grabbing and tightening everything all up. There we go, we got all our ground wires together, which is our bare wire. So now we'll push this up into our box, get up out of the way of everything here. Now we'll take our neutral wire and hook this up here so I don't disturb our twisting here. So I'm going to clip it, strip it, okay, so we'll get our wire nut off here. Okay, so I'll get our white wire down here like that, get our insulation even at the top and our copper even at the bottom like that. Take our wire nut, get them all even like that there. Take our wire nut, we'll just twist it on. Now, get between our wings here with our needle nose and I'll turn. Make sure everything's all going in nice and tight. look inside my wire nut, make sure all my insulation is all up in there, which it is. So there's our neutrals hooked up. We'll bring it around. We'll get it up into our box. Get it out of the way here. Now we have our black, which is our live wire, so we'll push this up in here. And we'll cut it so it's going to be even with our other wires here. Strip it so it's going to be even with our other ones here. I can take the light off of this because I'm not going to be pulling on the light anymore. So we'll take our black wire here, which is our hot one. Make sure we got the right length. I'm going to strip it just a bit longer here. Okay. Alright. Now look and make sure they're even here on the end. There they are, all even. Now I'll start twisting it on. Now I'll go with my needle nose and get it nice and tight. I'll look, I gotta get my flashlight and just look and make sure I got all my insulation down inside the wire nut. I don't like this blinking thing. There, I can see a lot better with this one. That insulation's in. So our insulation's all in the box, or up in the wire nut all the way. So we can push our wires up into our box. Get everything all up in here the way it's supposed to be. Well, our wire nut's all up out of the way here. Now we can put our bracket back up for our light fixture. Okay, it's nice and snug here. Nice and snug here. So now we're ready to snap our light back in. I'm just going to make sure that our wires are out of the way of everything here. And we'll just push our wires so they go in the box. And we'll just snap our fixture on like that. Now when they sheetrock, they'll be tight. Alrighty, so that is how to wire a outlet using an old work box and bringing power from a light that has a switch loop in it. Peace. Thanks for watching.